Hello students, in this today's lecture we will study traveling wave tube, also called as a TWT, which is a linear beam O type tube, and this is a constructional diagram of a traveling wave tube. This is a heater element, then electron beam as shown in this diagram, then anode, cathode. This cathode emits this electron beam, okay, and this is a RF input, so our signal which is amplified, which is to be amplified, is given from this side, and this is a helical wave structure. These are the magnets provided inside. Then next is the attenuator. These are the attenuators. Then collector, this as shown in this slow wave structure is used. Then this is a focusing plate to focus the electron beam, and this all assembly, that is a heater, electron beam, anode, cathode, all these forms the electron gun. And this is a detailed constructional diagram, and this is additional diagram from live book, that is heater supply, then helical wave structure or slow wave structure, we can say collector shown, which has a more positive voltage is provided to this collector as shown in this diagram. Next, traveling wave tube are abbreviated as a TWT, and it is majorly used in the amplification of RF signal. So to amplify radio frequency signals, traveling wave tube is used. Basically, a traveling wave tube is nothing but an elongated vacuum tube that allows the movement of electron beam inside it by the action of applied RF input. The movement of electron inside the tube permits the amplification of applied RF input, as it offers amplification to a wide range of frequency, thus is considered more advantageous for microwave application than other tubes. It offers average power gain of around 60 dB. The output power lies in the range of few watts to several megawatts. A traveling wave tube is basically of two types. That is, one of the structure is a helix type, and other is a couple cavity structure. So construction, as we see that helical traveling wave tube consists of electron gun. This is an electron gun as shown in this diagram. This is an electron gun and slow wave structure. The electron gun produces a narrow beam of a electron. This electron gun produces a narrow beam of electron. A focusing plate is used. That is, this is a focusing plate used that to focuses the electron beam inside the tube. This focusing tube plate focuses the electron beam inside the tube. A positive potential is provided to the coil, that is a helix, okay, with respect to cathode terminal, while the collector is more positive than the coil. So this collector is a more positive than the helix. In order to restrict the beam spreading inside the tube, a DC magnetic field uh, is applied between the traveling path by the help of magnets. So DC magnetic field is applied between the traveling path to avoid the spreading, or to restrict the beam spreading inside the tube. The signal which is needed to be amplified is provided at the one end of the helix present adjacent to the electron gun. So signal to be amplified is given from this side, and one of the end of the helix and present adjacent to the electron gun, while the amplified signal is achieved at the opposite end of helix. So we will get the amplified output from this side. As shown in this diagram, we can clearly see that attenuator is present along both the sides of traveling wave tube. These are the attenuators. Blue, you can say this is a attenuator, and this is so because traveling wave amplifier are high gain devices. So in case of poor load matching conditions, oscillations get build up inside the tube due to reflection. Thus, in order to restrict the generation of oscillations inside the tube, attenuators are used. Attenuators are basically formed by providing metallic coating over the surface of glass tube. Aqueduct or canthal are majorly used for this purpose. So this main function of attenuator is to in order to restrict the generation of oscillations inside the tube. Okay, to restrict the generation of oscillations inside the tube, attenuators are used. So these are the attenuators. The need of slow wave structure. So as previously mentioned, in the present day, generally helical structure or slow wave structure is used. Now we know that the velocity of electromagnetic wave is very much higher. So if we have studied that is the electromagnetic waves travels at the speed of light, that is when compared with the phase velocity of electron beam emitted by the electron gun, that is electron beam velocity is less, but electromagnetic waves travels very faster. So basically RF wave applied at the input of TWT propagates with the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, while the propagating the velocity of electron beam inside the tube is comparatively smaller than the velocity of a RF wave. So to interact these RF wave with the velocity of electron beam, we needed to slow down the this RF wave. Okay, so generally slow wave structure is preferred. इसके नेम में ही उसका मीनिंग है स्लो वेव. वेव को कैसा करना है, स्लो करना है. So for that slow wave, to slow down the RF wave or to reduce the speed of that RF wave to match with the electron beam, these slow wave structures are preferred. If we try to somehow accelerate the velocity of electron beam, then it can be accelerated only to a fraction of velocity of a light. So it is better to reduce the velocity of the applied RF input in order to match the velocity of electron beam. Okay, to match the RF velocity with the electron beam, generally this slow wave structure is preferred. Therefore a slow wave structure is used that causes a reduction in the phase velocity of RF wave inside the tube. So in oral exam, why slow wave structure is preferred, or why this is a slow, these slow wave structures are used in a traveling wave tube, then you can explain. To reduce the speed of the RF wave, slow wave structures are used, and there are n number of structures. The slow wave structure can be different types like a single helix, double helix, zigzag line, corrugated, couple cavity, or ring bar type, etc. So this is a helical line, zigzag, then folded back line, then interdigital line, corrugated waveguide. So these are the n number of slow wave structures. Generally, this helical wave structure is preferred. A single helix wave structure is formed by wounding a wire of element like tungsten or molybdenum in the form of a coil. The helical shape of the structure slows the velocity of the wave traveling along its axis to a fraction of about 1/10 of a velocity of a light, that is a 1/10 of a c. So working of traveling wave tube. So till now we have discussed the complete construction structure of a TWT. Now let us consider understand how signal gets amplified while traveling inside the tube. The applied RF signal produces an electric field inside the tube. So this RF signal produces electric field inside the tube, and due to applied positive half, the moving electron beam experiences accelerative force. Okay. However, the negative half of the input applies DC accelerative force on the moving electrons. This is said to be velocity modulation because the electrons of the beam are experiencing different velocity inside the tube. That is, there is a variation in velocity, and as there is a variation in a velocity, there is a velocity modulation takes place. However, the slowing traveling wave inside the tube exhibits continuous interaction with the electron beam. Okay, so this RF field interact with this electron beam as there is a slow wave structure, and this interaction that is generally velocity modulation takes place, and we'll get the amplified output from this side. And due to continuous interaction, the electron moving with high velocity transfer their energy to the wave inside the tube. So this sentence is very important. Due to continuous interaction of this electron beam and RF field, the electron moving with high velocity transfer their energy to the wave inside the tube, and this slow down. So with the rise in amplitude of the wave, the velocity of electron reduces, and this causes bunching of electron inside the tube. So bunching effect occurs as there is a variation in velocity of electrons, and there is a bunching effect takes place. And this bunching effect, that is they gives electron gives its energy to the RF field during positive half cycle, okay, or during the, you can say, high velocity electron transfer their energy to the wave inside the tube, and thus slow down the that is a electron beam interact with this RF field, and bunching effect occurs, and we'll get the amplified output, RF amplified output from this side. The growing amplitude of the wave resultantly causes more bunching of the electrons while reaching the end from beginning, thereby causing further amplification of the RF wave inside the tube. More especially, we can say that forward progression of the field along the axis of tube gives rise to amplification of a RF wave. Thus, at the end uh, of the tube, an amplified signal is achieved. You get the amplified signal here. The positive potential provided at the other end causes collection of electron bunch at the collector. So this positive potential causes the collection of electron bunches at this collector side, and we'll get the amplified output. So this working principle is very easy. RF input signal is applied here, and electron beam is generated, focus, and during interaction, due to this slow structure, interaction of this RF field and electron beam takes place, and there is a variation in velocity, and therefore there is a velocity modulation takes place, electron bunching effect takes place, and during this case, this electrons gives its energy to the RF field, and will get the amplified output from this side. And further electrons are collected at the collector side, okay. So this is a working principle. The magnetic field inside the tube restricts the spreading of the beam as the electron possesses repulsive nature. However, as the tubularity is a bidirectional device, therefore reflected signal causes oscillations inside the tube. But as we have already discussed earlier, that presence of attenuator reduces the generation of oscillations due to reflected back wave. So these attenuators reduces the generation of oscillations. Attenuator reduces the generation of oscillations due to reflected back wave. Sometimes, despite using attenuators, internal impedance terminals are used that puts less lossy effect on the forward signal. Then next is the applications of TWT. Traveling wave tubes are highly used in continuous wave radar system. So very important use in a radar system. These amplifying tubes also find application in broadband receivers for RF amplification. TWTs are also used to get high power output in satellite transponders. So these are the applications in, that is a continuous wave radar, that is CW radar. Then find application in broadband receivers, and also get TWs are also used to get high power output in a satellite transponder. Okay, so we have taken in detail construction working principle of a traveling wave tube. So important is a main is a diagram. So draw correct diagram so that we'll score the subject. So diagram is very important, and according to that you can mention construction working principle, high slow wave structure is used, that is a slow wave means to slow down the RF field. and speed of radio frequency is very high, or electromagnetic waves is speed is very high, and to slow down that speed or to interact with the electron beam, slow wave structure is preferred. Okay, so in detail you can explain. Thank you.